Hello, hello, hello. So we're back. I feel like I'm on a roll. This is day number 5 of this 25-day journey. Excuse me. If you are new here, welcome. And if you have been here before, welcome back, fans. My name is Antonia, and this is always on mute. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing this 25-day goal, well, journey. I was saying challenge in the beginning, but it's a journey. And this was inspired by a video that I saw on the Think Media podcast last weekend. And the guest was Michael Zuber. And he said that what helped him in the beginning was going live for 50 days. Now, I'm 50 days just sound like ridiculous to me at the time. So I decided that I will start by going live every day for 25 days straight. And so far, so good. I'm here. So welcome back. And I'm grateful to those who have been joining. I'm grateful to those who have been catching up and watching the videos. It really, really means a lot to me. So tonight we're talking about something that often gets overlooked, and it's small wins. Oftentimes they are overlooked because people feel like they're not really making any progress, right? Those are the moments that remind us we're moving forward, even when it doesn't feel like a big leap, but it's not supposed to. It's a small win. Sometimes it's not about reaching the mountaintop. It's about realizing how far you've climbed since you started, right? Um, the reality of it is, as we all know, the biggest step that you can take is the first step, because the first step basically gets you to where you need to go to be. I remember sharing with a friend, I think it was like last year or the year before, that when we're climbing a mountain or whatever, like when we're basically, like working towards our goals, that first step is the biggest one. And when you like take for instance a staircase, when you're climbing the staircase, you get to the platform. That is the top of that part, right? But then now you're at the bottom and you have to basically climb again. And I think that's how it is. But I feel like every time you get to that platform, you celebrate, but then basically you just continue to climb, right? Because that's how we grow and that's how we evolve. Sometimes we dismiss our small ones because they don't feel big enough. But progress is progress, no matter how small. Whether it's showing up for your goal 5 days in a row, or just keeping your word to yourself, that counts. And I will be straightforward and say that sometimes I will promise to do something for myself, and I'm not able to, not because I don't want to, but sometimes time does not permit. But I do my best to honor the goals that I set forward for myself, um, when I can, right? We're only human. Now, small ones matter because they build momentum. They remind your mind that you can keep going. Because there's nothing like when you accomplish something, and there's nothing like that feeling of, oh my God, I did it. And it gives you that motivation to keep going, right? Because then in the beginning, it's almost like, oh, I can't do it. Because we do a whole lot of self talk, self doubt. We are the best at basically doubting ourselves. But once you are able to meet that goal, once you're able to overcome or accomplish that task, then you realize, oh wow, I did that. And it motivates you to basically keep going. That's what it's all about. Each one is like a deposit into your confidence account. The more you make, the more motivation you have to draw from. Now, for me, just this week, hitting go live, even tonight, like I get like a little bit of nervous. Like I'm excited throughout the day, and then I'm not because I get busy. And then next, it's 7 o'clock p.m. and I'm like, oh no, I have to go get ready. I have to go set up my area. And then I get nervous. And as soon as 7:30 comes, I press the button and I'm like, whew. Like there's this whoosh, like this nervousness that overcomes. And I'm thinking that that's just how it is, right? I feel as if like, um, it's all a part of the process. And I feel like if you're not nervous, you're not doing something right. Hey, Violet Crow. um, so for me, doing this, going live every day, it's helping me. It's helping me to build consistency. Um, and it's kind of like, so I like to run, I like to walk, and I love the spring and the summertime because I'm basically out there no matter what. I will go out in the rain if I have to. And there was one year when I actually was so motivated that I was going out in the wintertime also. Snow on the ground, cold as heck, but I learned how to layer up and go. And for me, it helped, right? Because then there were times when I'd be like, oh no, it's too cold. And one day when I checked my app, it said, I think it was like 33 degrees or something like that. And when I got back home and I looked again, because I was watching something when I got back and it was like 26, and I was like, what? And then that's when I realized that sometimes we basically talk ourselves out of doing, we convince ourselves that, oh, it's too cold or it's raining or whatever. So, and it's kind of like, I was thinking right before I came on that it's kind of like me, loving to be outside, loving whether it's walking or running. And for me, that win is me lacing up my shoes and walking outside no matter what the weather. And someone who basically loves going to the gym, their win is basically getting up, getting out their house and going to the gym, no matter what they feel like, whether they're sore from the day before or just exhausted and tired. That one is going, because when you're done, it's like, oh, I did that. So yeah, so the goal is to just don't apply too much. Well, not too much. Don't apply any pressure on yourself, because the reality of it is, if you set a goal, no one knows what it is unless you share it. So I like to basically set small goals and go for them. Hence the reason why I'm not doing 50 days, at least not in the beginning. I'm telling myself 25 because that just seems more realistic for me. I might do the 50 though, FYI. But so far, I'm seeing where I'm growing, because now I'm getting comfortable speaking to the screen. Like I said a couple nights ago, I don't feel like I'm speaking to the screen. I feel like I'm talking to myself, because I talk to myself all the time anyway. But I know that um, I'm hoping that my message will help someone who is a quiet person and basically trying to find their way. Because this is how this all started for me. Like, I lived my life literally, like, I feel like behind the scenes, not wanting to be seen and doing my best to be on mute in real life. But I'm at the space now where I'm appreciating the fact that there are platforms that are designed for us, right? Because I'm talking my behind off, but ain't nobody responding in person. We're in the chat, and I love this because it's not. This is actually for me. Like, this is for me and my growth. But the bonus is for you, like the person on the other side who's watching, and they're able to relate to my struggles, and hopefully it'll help them to take that first step, so that you can grow. Because that's, I don't know, like, I'm enjoying life so much better now. Now that I'm learning life, I'm learning how to life. Because yeah, I mean, no one can do it for us. There were times when I wish that someone could do XYZ for me, and then now that I'm here, I'm realizing that even if they did it for me, it isn't for me. They're doing that, it would be for them, because that accomplishment wouldn't be under my list that I can check off. It would be under theirs. So yeah, take that first step. Oftentimes we try to wait for milestones like birthday, or a big break, or a promotion, or an audience. But for me, the small wins are what get us there, and oftentimes they are without, like, they're in the dark, behind the scenes, no one knows. And that's how I've been growing. I've been doing a lot of things behind the scenes, and maybe a few people know there's some things that I'm doing that no one knows. And it's not because I'm being secretive or anything like that. It's just how it is. I think that when you keep yourself to yourself, like when you choose to not share everything, I feel like it grows better. Like, everything, it's almost as if, like, when I don't know, when we share, oh, next week I'm going to do so and so, and next week comes and it doesn't happen, then there are doubts from the other side, there are doubts from you, and it's like, ugh. So I feel like when I don't share, I don't know, I feel like I'm literally thriving right now, and I appreciate it. This morning I was on a live chat with one of my favorite YouTubers, and I was so happy when she told me that she watched my videos. Violet Crow, who's in the chat right now, is actually someone that I met in one of the community, in the same community actually, and you know, because we've been basically showing up, you know, for the same lady for a, a, a couple years now, I want to say. And with from it, from that community, I have met so many people. Like Kay is one of them. Kay, I do like the 15th of the month messages with this Hey Sister chat. And you know, for me, it's this is a way for me to basically push myself outside of my comfort zone, because people feel like introverts don't live, like we don't have a life, and we basically like just hide and we're hermits. Okay, we do, but we live also. We live also, and it is a farce that we don't want to. We do want to, but it's not as easy for us, right? Because we overthink everything, and sometimes it just don't work out. But I have been choosing to push myself for the past couple of years, and this year mostly is when I see myself basically blooming. I feel as if like I'm choosing to bloom where I'm planted. Now, I don't know, like I will say that social media has a lot to do with where I am now. Both, you know, my messages on Instagram and now on YouTube, because I have a ton of videos on YouTube, but this is the first week that I chose to go live by myself. And at first it was scary, but I'm like, now it's like, all right, I think I got this. Maybe. And the reality of it is, at the end of 25 days, if I choose not to do it again, at least I can say that I did it. Right. So for me, like that would definitely be a small win. And I am grateful for that. I'm grateful that I am allowing myself to step outside of my comfort zone and to see what I can do. I'm realizing that there isn't anything that we cannot do if we choose to, and if we set our mind to do it, because it's all in the mindset. If we set our mind to do something, we definitely can, and I know you can. I'm gonna be rooting for you. So do me a favor, please share your small wins in the comments or in the chat. Maybe something from today or from this week. Someone might be able to basically learn from what you did. All right. So thank you for joining me once again. I am very, very, very grateful that you are coming along with me on this journey of mine. And I'm hoping that you're there to celebrate day number 25. And we'll see on day number 25 if we're going to do another 25 days. So just remember that every small win is a step closer to your bigger goal. You do not need fireworks to validate your progress. Sometimes it's the quiet, steady steps that build the strongest foundation. If this message encouraged you, please drop your small win below or share it with someone who needs a reminder. And please don't forget. Oh, by the way, if you haven't already gotten my book, please get my book, Unlocking the Introvert, a pocket guide to understanding and interacting with introverts. It is available on societyofintroverts.com, Amazon, and everywhere books are sold online. And please don't forget, we're keeping this challenge rolling. So I will see you tomorrow for day 6. Bye. Bye, Violet Crow.